Hi students, I'm going to do this video to talk to you guys about how to do your screencastify for your parent video. So I'm going to walk you through what it could look like, what it should look like, and a couple different things you can do. Now, first of all, I'm going to be working off of this script. It's the same script that you guys have. I just went through and made my own. So I'll be talking about it and using this script. So when you hear me talking, you'll know it's about, the same things you guys are doing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing you should have up is your dashboard shot. Just leave it like that while you're talking. So I'll start. Hello, Mom and Dad. I'm going to give you an update on the first semester of my school year so far. The best part of my year has been meeting many new friends. This is me just talking, of course. Meeting many new friends and having new teachers. I also like all the new things that I am learning. Mom and Dad, this is Canvas, and I'm going to show you what the Canvas calendar looks like. So now I'm going to go over here and click on the Canvas calendar. And here it is. This is the Canvas calendar. This gives us due dates. We can click on the different links and go directly to our assignments. I'm going to take you through the social studies tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out here to dashboard. I'm going to go to social studies. You can pick literacy, math, you can pick science, whatever, but social studies is what I'm doing. This is social studies, and I'm going to put it in student view so you can show them what your screen would look like, because right now I'm still in teacher mode. Here we go, student view. All right, Mom and Dad, this is what social studies looks like when I go into the social studies tile. And you can see over here are all of the different dates and things that are due. These are things and assignments that are due. I have note cards that have to be done. Over here, I have a module that tells me the different things that I'm doing. This is Quizlet tile. This is my Ed puzzles, and this is what we're doing right now in ancient Greece. These are my daily assignments, and this is where I go every day to work in class. Assignments can be given in class, and I can find them right here in the tile, whether it be math, science, or social studies. Okay? Now I want to talk to you about some of the things I'm doing. First of all, I want to talk about my literacy class. This is the book I'm reading. It's Ty Cobb, and I'm doing jots on Ty Cobb. Jots are where I have to turn things in on Sundays in literacy by 10 o'clock, and I write about different things from my book. It is a grade. It has to be turned in every week. But the thing that I'm really proud about is my personal narrative. I'll pretend this is my personal narrative. This is my personal narrative. I did really well on it, and I talked about the time that I went fishing and I fell in and I learned a valuable life lesson. I got a really good grade on it, and I worked hard. The next thing I want to talk about is my science class. This is science class. Now, obviously, pretend it's science. This is a reactions and change in chemicals. This is what we're working on. But this is one of the things I really am proud of. This is a lab that we did in class. And if you remember, I talked a little bit about it at home. And it's where I was able to take the bouncy ball and bounce it at different levels and measure it and talk about why force and gravity had to do with the size of the bounce. And also, too, in talking about that, I got 100% in science on my Quizlet on matter. And these are some of the words that I had, but I got 100% on it. So I was very, very excited about that, too. The next thing I want to talk about is social studies. In social studies, we're working on ancient Greece. But the thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about my Egyptian Satomer. Remember that project that I built, the one with King Tut, and I drew the face that went on that trifold? Well, here's the paper. And if you remember, I showed you the paper because I had to cut it up. But I did really well on it. There's my bibliography, and I'm very proud of it because I got a 4 on it, and I had some really nice comments from Mr. Morse. The next thing I want to talk about is math. This is Alex, and this is what I have to do all the time. Right now in math, we're working on multiplying decimals, and my current completion percentage is 75%. By the end of January, I should be at 50% of the pie completed. So based on that, I'm ahead and I'm doing okay. But I want to show you the graph of where I'm at right now. This is my graph. And as you can see, now remember, ladies and gentlemen, I just pulled this off the internet, but this is what you're going to have up. Based on my graph, you can see that my completion is going really well and I'm getting all the weekly things done that I need to have done. Okay? So explain to your parents what they're seeing. Walk through the pie. I don't know it well enough, so I would be explaining what each one of these pie sections mean. And you don't have to give a lot of detail, but make sure you're explaining to them what it is they're looking at, because they probably don't know what it is they're looking at. All right. Mom and Dad, I want to talk to you about my grades right now. So now I'm going to go to Infinite Campus. And notice how I have all these tabs open? You got to have all these tabs open, kids, when you're doing this, so you can go from thing to thing to thing and not have to wait. Mom and Dad, these are my grades on IC. And I'm getting A's and B's, but I am getting a D right now in social studies. Let's say you're getting below a C. You need to explain to them why you're getting below a C. If you're getting above a C, then you're fine. I'm getting A, B's, and C's, and I'm very happy with that. Show them your grades. But if you're getting a D, explain. Well, I'm getting a D right now in social studies, as you can see right here. And part of that is, well, remember when I was sick, I never made up a paper that I had to turn in. And there were some other things that I just couldn't get done. And I didn't do a very good job in my presentation. So right now I have a D. I need to talk to Mr. Morris about what I can do to help better my grade in our next unit. And I just want to let you know that I am talking to Mr. Morris. I am going to make a plan, and I am going to make sure that I am moving forward. Please check on me to make sure that I am doing the things I'm saying I am. All right. So let's move on to templates. This is the continuum right now in social studies. And I'm going to switch gears right now. I talked about getting a D in social studies, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pretend I'm doing really well in social studies to talk about the continuum. All right, the continuum, Mom and Dad, is where we get to set goals and what we're doing. The last paper I did, I got a 3. And this has to do with finding evidence, where you make a claim like King Tut was a very important pharaoh because he passed laws and he changed the way people believed in ancient Egypt. And then I have to find evidence to back it up. Now, I got a 3 on it. And as you can see, a 3 is okay, but I need to do better at explaining my evidence, and that'll give me a 4. So right now I'm learning on how to do that, but I know that I'm getting better and we're learning more about that as we go. So that's my social studies continuum. My second continuum I want to talk about, and let's pretend that I move to a different continuum for my one of my encore classes. This has to do with choir. And in choir, I also have a 3, pretend this is choir. And I need to learn to breathe better. And I'm getting better at that. And I'm moving to a 4, knowing how to breathe and how to exhale when I'm singing. So choir's going really well for me, and I'm happy with that. The last thing I want to talk about, Mom and Dad, and I'm just going to go ahead and switch back to a generic canvas. Oops, I got to get out of this. A generic canvas board like this. The last thing I want to talk about, Mom and Dad, is what I need to do to get some better badges. I have a green badge right now, which is pretty good, but I need to get more laser lottery tickets. And that has to do with helping people out and doing good acts and just being a good general citizen. And for the most part, I'm doing that, Mom and Dad, but I could probably help people around me more. I could probably pick up garbage and do some things around on the floor when I see it, because sometimes I walk past it. But I could be a better citizen. I think we all could. And that's how I plan on earning more laser lottery tickets and, of course, moving up in my badges. Mom and Dad, thanks for listening. And our parent student teacher conferences are going to be Thursday, February 16th from 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Monday, February 20th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You're going to receive an email from my teachers to sign up. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and please ask me any questions you have. Thank you. Bye. And that's where you sign off and you're done. You just go down here and click stop sharing. But I want to make sure you understand you have to have several tabs open and be ready to talk about it and click from screen to screen to screen and not wait for the load time as I had to a couple times. All right. I hope this helped. Bye.